Kwanzaa is a sacred 7-day celebration honoring African heritage, culture, and community. Observed from December 26th to January 1st, it is guided by the Nguzo Saba, 7 principles that call us to unity, self-determination, collective responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and faith. This Kwanzaa, we're inviting you into the conversations we've been having at TAIBU Community Health Center about what it truly means to care for one another. Today we celebrate the 6th day of Kwanzaa, Kuumba, the Kiswahili word for creativity. Kuumba means to do always as much as we can to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited. For nearly 18 years, TAIBU has practiced Kuumba by creating innovative, culturally grounded programs shaped by community knowledge, storytelling, and lived experience. From healing-centered spaces to community-led initiatives, our work reflects the belief that creativity is a powerful tool for wellness and connection and transformation. Here is some of what we've been talking about.
For me, being in a space and being focused on creating opportunities. My thing has always been creating opportunities for young people, but I've been able to sort of expand that beyond young people to just set that continuum of care from 0 to older adults, and making certain that they have a space to live life to the fullest and experience it. And when I think of it from so that whole aspect of developing programs that are not just for the sake of developing programs, but are impactful, that actually allow and empower people to make decisions about where they want to go. And one of the things I always have to remind myself is that when I think about, I know I'm kind of jumping ahead, but when I think about the next generation is that how do I do it better than the previous generation did it for me? How do I create space for the next generation to step into leadership, and those spaces, and recognize that my time has kind of gone to a certain extent, especially when it comes to certain spaces where you want to jump in, because now that you've had the knowledge, I'm going to support you, I'm going to support this group because now I have the knowledge. And how do you step back from that? I think stepping into that role of developing programs that are looking at the gaps or the opportunities that will allow young people and allow individuals to grow. I think that, to me, is what I love about being in this role, and just being able to identify, and to your point, building on work that's already been done. I think that's the one thing that I find is that so much time is spent recreating, and not learning. There's so much of my work that I've done in the past, I've actually looked at work that's happening on the continent. And I'll give it as an example around employment, because it's done so differently. Because the thinking about equipping young people for employment is so holistic, whereas here it's very sort of methodical, right? And so reading and learning from other folks about how best to sort of support community, and then there's that collaboration that comes with being able to do some of that development. So you're not doing it in isolation, but yeah.
When people go to the hospital, they feel, you all have heard, when people come into TAIBU for the first time, they feel this is a space for them. It's warm and welcoming and stuff, right? So wherever they go, if it is in a government office or a healthcare office or, a school, that they feel that, that space was really created with them in mind. And it is about them, it is for them, right? I think particularly for our young generation, that they can feel, one, that we support them through development of that important identity, and they're centered in that, identity of, African centeredness and things like that. And then when they go to those spaces, that they can feel that space is also for them, that it belongs, But at the same time, if they don't see it, then they can speak and raise their concern or voice that to say, this space does not look like me, or this space was not built for me. What can I do to do that? I think that would be a great thing that we can do. I don't want to be very pessimistic, because we were very positive in the previous conversation. because this is very generational, right? And so it's also good to be like, but, and the other thing is for our younger, or the next generation, that they are able to fight this fight better than the way that we're fighting right now, right? They're more equipped. That's why it's very important for young people to go through the education system, to have those kind of spaces that they are able to navigate the system better, that newcomers can have a better integration into employment or housing.
I think also that to create spaces in which the elders and the younger generation can share and transfer that knowledge and build better leaders, so that, as Liben, you said, that they're able to fight the fight when our time comes, right? That we can no longer do that. And also creating spaces where everyone is welcome, like all the different intersectionalities, even within our community, right? So that everyone can sit and just feel free to speak and have their voices heard.
Yeah. I think for me, I don't necessarily have a vision of what I want, but I know what I don't want is for the next generation to be dealing with the exact same iteration of issues. If you're going to be dealing with the issues, yes, but let the outcomes be slightly different. Let us move the needle in a way that is like, we're not just in intense survival mode, we're moving towards like, sustainable living and thriving. Right now, I feel like every social determinant of health, everything you can think of is like at the extreme lows. So let's move the needle a little bit.
Kind of reminds me of one is in Portland that they talked, I think it was right around Black History Month. And one of the elders was talking about the fact that they have lifted or carried us to a certain point, and they were using the ladder analogy. And they were basically saying, as for that next generation of leaders, is that you're not starting at the bottom, but you're starting on the work that we've built, and then you're taking it to that next level. And I see that here is that we take it to that level, and then that next generation comes in, steps on essentially on our shoulders and takes it to that next level, and not starts at the bottom. And to rebuild.
At TAIBU, the Nguzo Saba is not symbolic, it's foundational. It guides how we deliver care, build trust, create systems that honor dignity, resilience, and collective well-being. Kwanzaa reminds us that healing is not done alone, it is done together. When you commit to $18 a month to commemorate the 18 years TAIBU has been in service, you're investing in community care, cultural preservation, and a future where our people are supported, seen, and thriving. Join us in sustaining this legacy of care. Visit www.taibuchc.ca/donation and give today. Thank you.